Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is time for the Adrian's Daily Dose. It is time for the early morning get up. It is time to get our day started off in positivity. So, how are you this morning? I am elated to be here, great and happy, and so very glad that you decided to pick a morning to spend with me. Shoot, me too, because I really didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, but it wasn't really for a bad reason or anything. Good morning, Rhonda. It wasn't really for a bad reason or anything. Hey, Martin, good morning. I just wasn't sleepy for a minute, and I sat and talked to my niece for a long time last night, and I don't know. I wasn't feeling 1,000 this morning, so I was trying to get myself together because my acid reflux and things like that was bothering me last night. I'm popping papaya pills like Tic Tacs. And those, I would take those all day, every day because they're natural and they don't have all that stuff in it. So, but they really wasn't helping me. They really wasn't helping me. So I was eating them like candy because they really taste very good. But I'm going to have to figure it out because it was too late. I didn't eat late or anything like that. I don't know. So what are your plans today? What are your goals today? What are you doing today? What's going to make your day go by? How are you going to... That's annoying to me. I'm sorry. How are you going to get your day started off in positivity? How are you moving and grooving? What is going on with you, man? How are you getting your everyday together? I know that, throughout our days and our lives and our minutes, moments, and seconds, we keep trying to figure out what's going on in life. And we aren't always able to figure out what's going on in life. So, because we can't always figure out what's going on in life, now we're trying to go with the flow. If we go with the flow, but the flow ain't really going the way that we are desiring for it to go, what's next? What are we going to do? I was thinking about a lot of stuff yesterday. I was doing some, I don't know what, I was doing some stuff, but I was trying to think about all the stuff that I was thinking about, what I wanted to happen. And was I really in the position to rock out what I wanted to happen? Was I really in the position? Was I really ready for what I want? I still say, I could definitely possibly be ready for everything that I said that I wanted, and I think I'm the type of person that, how I always say, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I think that I'm the type of person that when that opportunity or when that issue comes, like, I'm preparing myself for it. But when it really comes into fruition, it'll be like I snap into a whole nother mindset. That business mindset, or that, I don't know, that diva mindset, or that just a mindset of go, is what I think that I would do. I think, because a lot of times I do second guess myself. So, and what I mean by that is maybe not necessarily second guess might not be the total word that I need, but I do get to the point that I try to stay my best to stay humble. I make sure that, I joke about, I'm going to be bougie when I get rich. That's not me. I probably play around with it a lot, but it is some things and some people that I might, really cut the cord on. But for the most part, I think that my readiness will probably come secondary because I'll be so shocked. Well, no, I'm not going to say shocked, because I am in expectation of God's move. I am in expectation of what he wants for me. I am in expectation of what he's going to do for me. I am in expectation. I'm just waiting on it to happen. So it's a feeling. Hey, hello. What's going on, darling? So it's a feeling that I have. Good morning, everybody. It's a feeling that I have that it's just like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what this feeling is right now. I don't know if it's eagerness. I don't know if it's anxiety. I don't know if it's excitement. I don't know if it's just that, that moment that you're in a wait, because I know that it's getting closer. Why? Because I'm going through a lot of stuff. so even in me going through the things that I go through, I'm being positive. I'm staying positive. And, like the things that are trying to get me off, get my mind to go into the negative again, I think that because I recognize it a lot sooner than I used to, that the tests are getting a little bit more easy. Not going through it, but I'm just being able to recognize it. Gets a little easier. And so what we normally do is I got this. And see, I don't want us to get to the point that we so cocky that we miss it. All right, Richie. Oh my God, so sorry for that. But thanks for letting me know, man. Hopefully you can get it fixed and you can come in and join us so we can talk about stuff. So listen, today I literally, and every morning that I get up and we get to do this, and I do thank God for loving me enough that He gives me words. Cause like yesterday, I had no words. Today, the words. Listen, when you get ready to embark on this newness that's about to happen into your world, get to the point that you know you deserve it. Get to the point that you know that it's for you. Get to the point that you know that I belong here. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to stop feeling and believing that you belong here. And you know how awkward it is when you're in a place where you're not really familiar, when everybody around you seems to be doing something opposite of what you're doing? Sorry, hiccups. If you've gotten to the place where you're comfortable in your own skin. Good morning, sister. If you've gotten to the place where you're comfortable in your own skin, you can't talk yourself out of it. So what we feel like and what we need to do now is to get to a place of being comfortable where we are. Being comfortable in your elevation. I should say that, not where you are. Being comfortable in your elevation. Know that you deserve to be there because God put you there. Not necessarily something because of what you've done, but because God thinks you deserve to be there. So that elevation had to come from Him, because we all know that promotion doesn't come from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. It comes from the north. And who's in the north? God Himself is in the north, highest part of heaven. So if God feels like you deserve that promotion, walk in it. If God feels like you deserve that elevation, walk in it. If God feels like it's time for your name to be in lights, walk in it. If God feels like it's time to move and groove on your behalf, walk in it. If God feels like it's just your time, it's your season, it's your time to get in the right place at the right time with the right people, then who are you to say, I'm not ready? I can't do it. Not me, God. Not me. In the interim of you getting these doors open, because the doors are going to open. Staying ready so you don't have to get ready is what you're supposed to do. Being able to fulfill the life is what you're supposed to do. And guess what? Being comfortable in the life that He's about to place you in is what you are supposed to do. Because you know what will happen is that if you get into a place where you don't feel comfortable, then you're going to take it as the children of Israel. We are as the spies that went out with Joshua and Caleb and them spies. He sent them out to spy the land. And they said, we look to them as grasshoppers. So in other words, they called God a grasshopper, because guess what? God was going before them. But they called God and themselves grasshopper because they didn't believe that they were equipped or able or willing to be able to go take over a land God had already given them. So since they didn't believe that God had given them the land, or they didn't believe that it was up to them to be able to maintain, or they didn't think they could do it because there was giants there. There was opposition there. So they didn't feel like they belonged in that place because it wasn't easy. Do you not understand that God knows that there's giants before He sends you? Do you not understand that God knows that there's opposition before He sends you? Do you not understand God knows that there's trials and tribulations before He sends you? Do you not understand that He knows that there's going to be issues before He sends you? Because He sends you, He still means and still believes that you're ready. Guess what? Because if you're not ready, that's your fault, because you should have been ready. There were some things and some opportunities that I had come into my world that I should have been ready for, but I wasn't. And I missed out on the opportunities because I just wasn't ready. I say things out of my mouth all the time. And guess what, Martin? The problem was I wasn't believing what I was saying. So as I kept speaking prosperity into my life, it would come, the opportunities would come. But I couldn't do nothing because I really wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to walk into that new house. I wasn't ready to take on the responsibility of being a homeowner, even though I keep saying it. But I really and truly wasn't ready. I wasn't equipped. I didn't have the things in place that I should have had in place because it wasn't there, so I wasn't as prepared as I should have been. And that's what we do sometimes in life. We wait till we get there. We pray for all this stuff, and then we wait till we get there, and we're still not prepared to be able to hold on to it. Not this time. Not this season. Not now, man. And now what we have to do is get better by being ready. Like I keep talking about all these different things that I'm doing to try to improve myself. Going to work out, going to going to work out, going to eat better, going to do all of these things that I am talking myself into doing so I can be ready and so I can be prepared. But there's some other stuff I need to sit down and get prepared for. I used to be a homeowner some years ago, so I do know how to do it. But this time, there's going to be a little bit more because the house is going to be different. The house is probably going to cost more than it did the first time. And I got to be on a level that I deserve to be here. And not continue to tell myself, oh man, what if? Because your what ifs will kill you. Your what ifs will get you out of the place where God told you to be and make you stay mediocre. The what ifs will get you to the point that you're just standard. Your what ifs will cause you to talk yourself right out of your blessing. The what ifs will keep you from doing the best of your ability because you want to think about all the negative things that will be happening to you. What if this happened? What if that happened? And all you're thinking about is the negative. The negative is not what you should be thinking about. What you should be thinking about is that God thinks that you are worthy enough to put you on this level. Then that should help you praise and glorify and thank Him and get to the point that you own up to or you grow up to where He puts you. Get some staying power, man. If He decided that this is what He wants you to do, this is the road He wants you to be on, this is what He said about you, He thought enough for you to put you here. It wasn't because of you. It wasn't because of anything that you did, but because God saw your faithfulness, because He saw you being able to wake up and do what you're supposed to do, because He saw you changing, because He saw you wanted it, because He saw you're going after it. So He said, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and bless them in this point, in this season. And then you get there and you act like you don't belong there. And people always know when you feel like you don't belong because you stick out like a sore thumb. Your eyes all wide like paper plates. You're walking around looking like you ain't never been nowhere. Listen, it's time for you to groom yourself to know that you belong there. Groom yourself into believing, man, I'm supposed to be here. I was talking to Martin yesterday, and we started talking about fancy places that we want to go or have been or wanted to go to because just because they're expensive. There's some place. I honestly have never been to a restaurant. I'm gonna tell y'all this secret. Listen, I've never been to a restaurant. You know how they got those restaurants where they don't have the price on the menu? Martin, I ain't never been to anything like that. I've never been to an elegant setting or anything like that. You know, these little restaurants here and there, there's just nothing. But I'm talking about a place where you got to dress up to get in. I haven't been there yet. I'm on my way, though. I haven't been to anything like that. So, in me going into something like that, you know, being like, oh, I'm here? I can't believe I'm here. No, I'm supposed to be the one that's supposed to be there. And so I should be able to look and say, okay, I'm here. Let me enjoy being here, knowing that I deserve to be here, knowing that I've been elevated enough to be here. I've been blessed enough to be here. So since I'm here, I'm going to rock out my hair. So this is what we got to do. Rock out your hair. Stop waiting on the next big thing and rock out your hair. Stop worrying about your past and rock out your hair. Stop worrying about what people say. Rock out your hair. You're here and now. You're today. Don't worry about yesterday. It's over. Don't even worry about tomorrow. It hasn't gotten here yet. Hey, Miss Kendra. So what you do is rock out your hair. In your here, know you belong here. In your here, stand up straight. In your here, smile big. In your here, decree and declare. In your here, be able to know who you are. Stop getting put on the back burner because you don't realize how much power you have. Don't keep getting put on the back burner because you belittle yourself. Don't keep getting put on the back burner because somebody else can do what you do a little bit better. Don't continue to put yourself on the back burner because somebody else can rock out the styles that you rock. Come on, man. There is nobody in this world that can beat you being you. And you don't take low for anything or anybody. Because again, we were all fearfully, beautifully, and wonderfully made. But in you, you need to stand up. I don't know who this is for, but inside of you, there's somebody knocking on your heart trying to get out. And you want to stay civil. You want to stay mediocre. You want to stay in that guideline of, I don't want to offend anybody. But I know I'm better than what I used to be, but I'm not there yet. No, ma'am, no, sir. Why do you have to take baby steps into your victory? Why do you have to take baby steps into your growing up? Why do you have to take baby steps to help other people feel better about themselves? Stop belittling you to make other people feel better. Stop making you low to make other people feel better. It is not your fault that they're not owning up to who they're supposed to be. It's not your fault that they're not growing up. It is not your fault that they're not growing with you. Hey, Miss Regina, how you doing, girl? Look, it is not your fault that they don't know the greatness on the inside of them. It is not time for you to sit down and let somebody get their shine on. I told you, I've been telling y'all for 11 months. 2020 is personal. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody but you. It's 2020. It's time for you to get your stuff together because in this next year, you got to be together. I'm sorry I gave you last year. We gave you this year. Next year, if you ain't together, you're going to miss all of it. You're going to be right in the same place. And it's not going to do you any good if you don't get yourself prepared for the level God's trying to get you to. I'm sorry, the level God is going to get you to because God doesn't try anything. When he catapults you from where you are into where he wants you, where you got to stay, where you got to maintain, where you got to grow again. When he puts you into that place, know that he puts you there because you deserve it. To him, you deserve it. Don't minimize yourself because of what people say, because of what people see. Do you not understand that God sees deeper, wider than people? Do you not understand that he knows who you are for real? Not who you show other people. God knows who you are for real. He knows who you are when you wake up in the morning. He knows who you are when you go to bed at night. He knows who you are in between that. How many times do you change your personality to fit the people you talking to? God knows the real you, not that multi-purpose you. He knows the real you, not that person that doesn't really understand. He knows the real you. He knows what causes you hurt. He knows what causes your pain. He knows what shows why you cry. He knows why you're happy. He knows what makes you get to the point that you're going to push forward. God knows everything about you. So in this next season, as he says, okay, I saw you cry. I saw you wait. I saw you struggle. I saw you have patience. I saw you get up and I saw you turn around and I saw you put forth an effort. So now this is your reward. Your reward is simply that you get up and be the best version of yourself, because I'm calling you into a place where there's a people that need to hear your testimony. There's a place where people need to hear what you're going through. There's a place where people need to get delivered by the words that you speak. You might not understand why you're going through so much, but there's a person somewhere in a city, somewhere listening for somebody to say, I've been there. I've been there. And baby, you can make it, because I've been there. And there's somebody that's waiting on your word. There is somebody that is waiting to see you as a single mother making it happen. There's somebody that is waiting to see you as a single father making it happen. There is somebody that needs to see that you worked this job for 15 years and then they let you go without even a warning. And there's somebody that needs to see that there is life after being fired. There is a life after divorce. There is a life after death. True enough, There's life after death either way, whether it's your death or somebody else's. There's life. There's still life going on. I'm sorry. I know you wanted the world to end after your life ended, but it doesn't happen that way. There's a lot of people who've died. We still here. There's life after. So here's the thing that you need to understand, that in your life after, kill that old life that you used to have, because, baby, that's no longer you. And the more you hold on to it, the further, like, let's take a balloon, for instance. Let's take a balloon. Let's take there's a balloon that you put a weight on. You know those weights. They dress them up all pretty, but all they really are is wrapped up rocks. Okay, those. When you take a weight and put it on the balloon, as long as that weight is there, it can't go no higher. As long as that weight is attached to that string, that balloon is not going any higher than that weight will allow it to go. But if you take the weight off, if you just take the weight off, that balloon will, and you let the balloon go, that balloon will soar so far until something causes it to pop. Realize the weights that you are allowing to attach to you is what's keeping you from going the further. And I'm sorry, y'all, but sometimes it's your family. I'm sorry, sometimes it's your best friend. I'm sorry, sometimes it's your mentor. If you don't have the right people in your life, in your circle, if you don't have the right people pouring into you, sometimes those people, there are still demons dispatched to you to be able to stop your process, to hinder. They can't stop nothing, but they come to put a pause in your process. And if you're not careful, you will befriend that evil man. You will befriend that evil woman. If you're not careful, and they're only there to set you up, not to be who you're supposed to be. They're only there to set you up, not to live out what God said about you. They're only there with those subliminal messages where they tell you what you can't do. Subliminally, they tell you that you're not ready. And subliminally, they'll tell you that you're not going to be able to do that. And again, those are the people that you cut the cord on. Because they want to see you grow. Regina, they want to see you grow. They just don't want you to grow higher than them. When you start growing higher than them, that's where the problem comes. Because you're supposed to be the least one. You're supposed to be the one that everybody else has got to help. You're supposed to be the one that needs a handout. And when you stop being the one that needs a handout and you're the one that can give the hand up, then people start looking at you different. Come on, man. They start looking at you different when you are the one that got the power in your hand now. You're the one that doors are opening for. You're the one that God is helping. You're the one that's walking through with faith and favor. You're the one that God is shining on. And so now it looks a little different because you are the one that God is favoring. Oh, God ain't supposed to favor you. You supposed to be still broke, busted, disgusted. You supposed to be in the red and can't get ahead. You're not the one that was supposed to get your life together. But because of who you are and whose you are, and you got it up in your mind that God himself thought enough of you to give you another chance. So you decided, okay, I'm going to get up. I can't sit here no longer. I can't sit here crying about what my life is like. I can't sit here worried about what people thought about me. I can no longer sit here and let the devil keep on making rule and reign over my life and let him look like he's winning. I can't sit here no more and continue to tell the devil that he's the truth. That is not right, because the word will say himself, say the devil is a liar. And as much as I hate to admit I'm succumbing to what he says, and I'm not valuing who I am. I'm letting people tell me who I am. I'm not believing God for what he said about me. I'm settling for what people tell me, and I'm allowing people to shut me down. When God has brought me higher, I'm allowing people to make me think that I'm less than who I am. I'm allowing people to stunt my growth. But God called me higher than this. He told me I was better. He told me I was fearfully, beautifully, and wonderfully made. He told me that he put his power on the inside of me for a reason and a purpose. You are made for a purpose. You are made with a purpose. You are made in a purpose. God does nothing by mistake. So the fact that you are who you are, and that you're now knowing who you are, and now that you know where you're going, Don't let nobody take you off of where you going. Who cares that nobody in the neighborhood ever left the city? Who cares that nobody in your family ever soared past the second block? Who cares that it didn't work for them? But it's not them that you're living for. You're living to live the life God put in front of you. You're living to do the testimony he put in you. You're living to do what he said. He needs to show himself strong in somebody. Why not you? And how can you say, when God called you blessed, how can you say, that's not me? I'm just little old me. And I say that a lot. I'm just little old me. I'm not nobody. But guess what? God called me somebody. So since God called me somebody, I am somebody. You can have what you say. So watch what you say about you. Watch what you say about the way you think, about the way you speak, about the way you look. Because guess what you're doing? When you start complaining about what you look like, you're telling God he made a mistake and how he formed you, how he made you. If you don't like the way you look and you can change it, change it. I'm not talking about go get no plastic nothing on your face and on your body. I'm talking about if you don't like the way you weigh, how much you weigh, do something about it. Or shut up. Stop complaining and saying that it is, or stop beating yourself up. Stop beating yourself up. Okay, it happened. You gained weight. Okay, just like you gained it, you can lose it. Okay, you made a mistake. Okay, get up and get over it. You made a bad choice in your decision. Okay, get rid of that decision. Do something about it. You got to deal with it. You got to wrestle with that bear. You made that decision. Now you got to ride it out. And next time, make better choices. Make better choices. Girl, you're not the only one. I be telling people all the time, now I don't want to be the status quo. I'm not going to be 105 for nobody. Yes, I'm 5'1". I'm not going to be 105 for nobody. I am 44 years old, and I am determined to look like the adult that I am. So I'm not trying to look like nobody's child, except the child of the Most High God. But I'm not trying to look like nobody's child. So I might not want to lose 100 pounds, but I might need to lose 20, Martin. So in my interim, instead of me getting up every morning talking about how fat I am, how overweight I am, how much weight I've gained, beating myself up, making myself feel bad, making myself feel guilty, and I'm putting all this problems and anxiety and issues on myself because I talk bad to me. Say what you want. You are your worst critic. You are your biggest critic. And you talk so bad about yourself. It ain't good. You don't need nobody else out there to do it. You do it. So it's time to stop doing that. Speak those things which be not as though they were. And what does that mean for you? That means that whatever you feel about you, okay, let's tell ourselves the truth. Let's do that. First of all, let's tell ourselves the truth. But then you turn around and you find out how you can fix that truth. You want to be 150 pounds? Do the things that it takes to get to be 150 pounds. Find out how to do it. Don't beat yourself up because you're not. Stop beating yourself up because of what you're not. And start speaking life into who you are. And guess what? It'll turn around what you're doing now. Start speaking better about you. Start telling yourself how beautiful you are. Start telling yourself how fine you are. Start telling yourself that you can look good in this size and that size. Baby, you can change your mind. You can make your mind believe anything you want it to believe. If you want your mind to believe that you're beautiful, your mind will believe that you're beautiful. As much as you say it, as much as you hear it, as much as you believe it, it's going to believe it. Guess what? There's some pretty confident people. Martin and I talked about this before. There's some pretty confident people. There's some people out there that's overweight. And I'm not talking about the little overweight, like 20, 30 pounds. I'm talking about like 200 plus. That they need to at least lose about 200 pounds. Literally. But these people will walk around on a beach in a Speedo. These people will walk around on a beach with a two-piece. I'm talking about confidence that even I don't have. They walk around with confidence in these two-piece. They walk around in confidence, half naked on the beach. Yeah, I know you're supposed to be naked on the beach, but some things need to be put away. But I'm saying, the confidence that they have, and you can't tell them nothing, even if they do think about it later on in the nighttime or whatever, in some parts of their life, they put that thing on and they went outside knowing people was going to see them. So, come on, man. You can do it. If people like that can get out there and do it and build confidence in themselves to say, I don't care what nobody think. I know that I'm 200 pounds overweight, but I still look good. What's wrong with you? Get that same confidence. Get that confidence back up. Build it up. I'm stronger. I'm smarter than this. I've been able to get out of my own way and I can do more. Talk better about you. Because the position that you're going to get in needs confidence. This next position that God is putting you in, you must have confidence in you. Nobody's saying being self-serving or cocky or anything like that. Just be confident in who you are. Be confident in where you're going. Be confident in how you get there. Be confident and know that you deserve it. Know that you deserve to be where you are. If God opened up the door for you to get there, you deserve to be there. Stop telling yourself you don't deserve it. Because that's only the mindset of the people who think low. They keep telling you don't think no highly than you ought to think. But baby, you better think something about you. Why? Because God thinks something about you. He made you fearfully, beautifully, and wonderfully made. And it's time for you to come out of the background. It's time for you to come out of the background. Get in the front for a minute. Get in the front for a minute because it's something that he wants to do for you. He wants to show himself strong in somebody. Why not let it be you? Walk through that door, baby, because guess what? Little do you know, I know people always talk about opportunity knocks, but if you don't open the door, what good is it? If you don't walk through the door, what good is it? That opportunity don't knock for everybody. It is there, it's strategically placed for you. That door was placed there for you. So now that you got the door open, what you gonna do with it? Build that confidence up and walk through it like a boss. Build that confidence up. Walk through it like a leader. Build that confidence up and walk in there like you belong there. Because if you got the confidence, baby, you can make people believe anything if you got confidence. You'll be able to talk. You can talk anybody into doing anything if you believe it. That's what you're out to do. Make a believer out of the non-believers. That's what you're out there to do. Stay strong. Because your next is changing your life. Your next is going to change your world. Your next is going to change your income and your outcome. Your next is going to get you out of that zone that you're in, and it's going to put you in a place where you've never been before. But you got to rock it like you're supposed to be there. You'd be amazed how many people are off put or they get down and they decide that, oh man, I know these millionaires are in the room. Listen, when I first started joining in the business that I'm in, and I started going to events and I was in a room full of millionaires, I'm talking about people with not 1 million. They don't just have 1 million. Okay, let's get this straight. As the wonderful founder always says, man, my pockets are deep. I love it when he says, hey, my pockets are deep. So in other words, I'm in a room full of multi-millionaires walking around talking to them like I'm supposed to be there. I'm walking around talking to them like, this is what I've been waiting my whole life to get here. Man, what took y'all so long to get me here? That's the way you gotta be because of confidence. And because of my confidence, I met every single person I went to meet. Every single one of them. They know me by name now. Why? Because I didn't hide behind who I used to be. I stopped hiding behind that I ain't never been quiet, but that person who had that low self-esteem. I stopped hiding behind that person that stopped believing that she had a voice. I stopped hiding behind her. And I started to speak like God told me to. And he started opening doors. And he started allowing me to meet people who could help me. And allow me to meet people who can get me where he wants me to be. And allow me to make relationships with people that's going to change my everyday. Guess what? It's going to happen one way or another. But if you're not connected to who he wants you to be connected to, because you're playing shy, brother, and you don't want to talk to nobody, how can he continue to bless you if you don't even believe you belong there? Why would he continue to do that? Why would he continue to put into a place your voice? Come on, man, your voice means something. Your voice matters. You right, Rhonda, we gotta go. Alex got to go to school today. She was off yesterday, but she got to go to school today. So listen, realize who you are. These doors are opening for a reason and a purpose. And that purpose is you. Get out there. Build your confidence up. I don't care if you got to get into the mirror and speak life to yourself. Baby, that's what you do. And you walk in there with your head held up. You walk in there with that confidence. You don't let your palms get sweaty. You walk in there knowing you belong there. Take the place you're supposed to be in. God made you there for a reason. He put you there for a reason and a purpose. It's not by chance that you are blessed to be positioned in that realm. It's not by chance that he did it for you. It's not by chance that you're going up higher. It's time for you to be rewarded. Step into your greatness, people. Realize today is Wealth Wednesday. We're going to be on the radio at 10:30 Central Standard Time. Jubilee 690. You can stream live on the internet as well on Jubilee690.com. And we will be talking about some things. We may not talk a whole lot about wealth. We're going to be maybe taking calls again. We'll be doing prayer requests if you need it. Whatever it is I can do to help, reach out to me. Reach me out on Facebook as the Adrian Wiggins. If you want to be a support or if you want to get a commercial on the radio, reach out to me about that. We got a Cash App you can pour into if you want to be a help. The Cash App is $The Adrian's Radio Live. That's to help keep the broadcast going so it doesn't drain me. I'm doing the work and I'm trying to help as many as I possibly can to get out of your own way. So we got to brand ourselves. We got to get out there. We got to make it happen. And as I'm doing that and I'm trying to help people get up and get over themselves, man, you got to know that you belong there. Know that you belong there. Because guess what? I realized yesterday that God told me that I'm after billboards, buses. It was billboards, building, and buses. My face is going to be on a billboard, building, a bus. Let's do it, baby. Let's make it happen. Let's get out there. Get out of your own way and step into your greatness because you can. You're lovable. All right? First of all, you're lovable. You're possible. You're amazing. You're wonderful. You're on top and going higher. You're stronger than you've ever been. You are capable. You can do this. Get out there and make it happen, y'all. I love y'all to life. Oh, yeah, I got a YouTube page, too. The Adrian's Daily Dose. I'm going to upload stuff. I'm going to be working on that today. Uploading videos. You can go back to some previous videos. Man, I need subscribers. So y'all get on there and subscribe for me. Help a sister out so that we can get this word out. We got to be able to impact the masses. And guess what? Believe me, as I go up, you go up because everything attached to me wins. I love y'all to life. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, sticking and staying, be able to be blessed because you are. I love y'all. Have a great day, everybody.